This is Black Pepper, welcome to the Thumbstick Gameplay series. This is part 6 and it's the last part of the series. The reason is because the game was unexpectedly finished. If that doesn't make any sense, then let me explain it. I've planned to record 2 gameplays in 3 days. At the time when I'm recording the first video, I was thinking that I'm gonna make this video a little bit longer. Later on, the first footage is recorded. Then the next day, in about 25 minutes after I hit record, the game's finished. I thought the series would end in about part 7 or 8. But yeah, it is what it is. It's done. Also, there are more words that I want to say, but I'll save that for the end of this video. For now, enjoy this video. Pardon me. The fuck is that place? It says an industrial factory. They developed an advanced weapon by the looks of it. Alright, enough gathering. Back to the mission. What's that? Just him. So they're stored in those cases.
Crane conveyor active. Keep clear of the loading area.
Oh crap, they bring out the tank. They know that will come to their place. They've done some preps there. Whoa, what happened? Who's that? Holy fuck! It just electrocuted me. It's gone now. What was that thing? Alright, here I am at the factory. It says proceed to munition warehouse to the assembly doors. Guess I just have to keep moving forward.
They need security.
Oh, the enemy said they start shooting at me. Then I'll start killing those motherfuckers. Fuck do you think you are? You're not Barry Allen, mate. You just waste your time there. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're gonna run away and hiding from me. You useless damaged bitch. Nope, stay there. Fuck do you think you're going? I have the control in my hand. I can do whatever I want, bitch.
Oh, hello there!
What is this place? It feels like I'm in hell now. So I jumped down onto that conveyor thingy. I don't know about that, but I'm kinda scared to go down there. Yeah, that's what it says. Alright then, fuck it.
You're at the central assembly lines.
Oof.
To the plant's core.
Now what? Where should I go after this? Sure, there's a road to that fire, right? Oh, there's a platform here. And it leads down to the walkway. What? You think I'm foolish you're gonna walk into that blazing flame, huh? Nah, I'm not stupid, brother. Must still got that 200 IQ brain. Still stuck in my head. You're charging at my ass, fam. Stop bothering me, you prick. Why this isn't working now? Maybe I shouldn't come out here. This must be an elevator. Yeah, right, there's a wheel here. Twist on it, then do the old trick. Down to go.
All personnel. The Crone Magistrate requires that all
What's up, bitch?
discussing.
Oh. Got you. What does this mean to be? I'm sure there's supposedly a ladder on that. Oi, where you going? Where you going, fam? You trying to run away from me? Ah, now it makes sense.
Personnel. Assembly line. Cargo Dolly 1 returning. Cargo Dolly 2 returning.
What? How am I? Ah, whatever. Alright, what's I meant to do in here? Isn't that the case to put those fast boys in it? It's empty. What? Find an alternate entrance.
After walking back and forth 10 times, rambling, running and banging his head through the wall. All of a sudden is transported back to stage 1. Losing his mind, deleting everything in his computer, and then
Oh my god, what do I think about it? I'm an idiot. I could literally put myself in the case. Then I do the time reverse. Wait. And boom. What the f? Boom, I'm in. I don't know what happened on the first time. Fuck is that thing? Wait, is this the same thing that attacked me back then?
Whoa, what happened? Who's that? Holy
So they brought it in here. Unfortunately, I can't destroy all of it. There definitely will be a problem in the near future. Mate, your shield serves no purpose. Why are you still using that plastic rifle? Just throw it away. Whoa.
Alert. Entering plant.
Bro, let me have my time to look around. I'm tired of fighting all of you bastards. Fucking hell.
shielded threat.
No! Leave me fucking alone! Oh no. Wi-Fi done. This place is falling apart. Yeah, you're fucked now. You'll be buried alive. I'm leaving up.
Good. There you are. We just intercepted a system-wide transmission. They are coming for you. Get out of there. According to the specs, the best exit point, the drop jet bay. Just keep going up as fast as you can.
Yeah, I'm on it. Oh, hello.
Warning, structural instability.
Holy shit. Alright, gotta go fast.
Incoming threat detected.
Why is the helicopter pursuing me? In this such chaotic situation as well. Alright, I know what to do. Yo, how you doing up there? You good? Come on, say something. Yo, wait, why are you leaving so soon? I'm not done talking to you. No, he's coming back again. How many rockets does he need to be destroyed? Will this rocket actually destroy that thing or not? It's been quite a while since I'm doing this. Boom! Finally it's done. Blow it down, motherfuckers! The hell did I just say? Is this? No, apparently it's not. I thought that was an ally ship. Shit, he's back! I'ma get you this time. Are you fucking hoe-ass bitch? He fucking disappeared again. Oh, there he is. He's back. I'll make sure you will die where you stand. You fucking what now, bitch? You can't run away from me forever. Such a waste, man. Hold on. This is weapon. Oi, he must be shocked. Wait, what? This thing can't be refilled. So if it's run out of energy, it's done. Such a stinker. But I'ma keep it till it lasts.
Ballistic threat detected.
No, I'm not gonna die. Stay calm. Look at the scenery. It's so beautiful. Is that my house? And I've reached the end. I made it out alive. Jeez, that was an intense ride. Wait, this is the same place as that time. Am I going backwards? Yo, we meet again. You still dumb as shit. I'm a rat.
Where the hell are they? We can't wait much longer.
They must have found another way out. Come on, let's go.
No, this is it. Where could they be?
I don't like this. Something's going on. We need to go.
Well, you asked for it. Where's the other one?
On the ground!
Done. Now they all gone from this world. Ooh, what's this giant bird in metal shape looking thing in here? Oh, it's an airplane with a creased wings.
Alert. Gate 2 bay doors opening.
I guess this is the runway. Whoa, there's some jetpack access going on here. I wonder what this button will do.
Increased agility required.
The plane's going up. Am I required to fly that plane? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Something happened and ended up really badly in the past. But task is indeed task, so I have to do it. How the fuck am I getting to this thing? The ass is tightly closed. The stairs didn't even reach the door. I'll try lowering the plane. Huh. It must be on the same level as the runway. Now I'm raising it up again, but in slow motion. Shit! It didn't give me enough time to reach the plane first. Could I make it? I'm in! What? I haven't touched anything yet. Where am I departing?
Just set the autopilot and take a breather. You are gonna need it.
Bro, would you mind telling me where I'm heading at now? Cause I'm so fucking lost at this point.
Alright, listen up. I'm gonna lay this out real simple. With considerable help from our new man here, we've cut them deep. They've got no weapons coming and no reinforcements. Recon even says Krone's Sentinel is retreating toward Alpha District.
Okay.
We're going after him. No doubt Krone's already fortified the district perimeter, so we're gonna drop you in on him from the sky.
Yo, I'll be doing skydiving at some point. I'm gas for that.
Borrow one.
Okay. That's really a good plan, you know. I like that.
Through the canyon. Look forward to seeing you in
Oh shit, go. What the fuck? Let's go, boys! Yeah, what? We spin into your block. One down it. Pop this cassette like a balloon. Send this bullet to all of this motherfucking chest. Get fucked up first before I murder you. What? Oh, we pull up. Alright, now you can fuck off.
Now we catch him at the chicken spot. Up a couple chops. Pop that with 100 shots. They didn't make that diddy bop. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. He thought we was going knuckle up. Bitch, I don't box. And they always talking shit. Yada yada yada. When you see me, what you talking about? Fuck you talking about? Always wanna chase clout. Bitch, I am clout. Tell him get up on my face now. Fuck. Are you dumb? Stupid or dumb? Huh?
Alright, I've opened the gate. Now shut the fuck up. Shut up! Holy fucking shit. We're totally outnumbered here. Don't know if I could survive from that. You pussy ass bitch! When did they all die? For fuck's sake, man, why can't you just shut up? Shit! Oh, sniper! Oh my god, they've put a lot of money on the loan.
Mining away. Lethal electrical source detected.
Looks like we've taken out the gate defenses. We'll secure our position while you find a way to open the gates.
What gate are you talking about? I've opened one. Why is that still a problem for you? Go on then. What are you gonna do? Pathetic. My sniper's dried out and I can't find the ammo everywhere, so I switch it back to the crossbow. The heck does pesky sniper doing on the roof? And done. No more of that.
Alert. Stand clear of the train tracks as cargo exits the loading dock area.
Alright, here it is. Hey! Yeah. Okay, now what? What's next? There's literally nothing happened since the train passed. What's going on? Hold on. Find a way into the... Or could be. Alright, boom.
Train tracks as cargo exits the loading dock area.
Right there.
Whoa, what's going on here? And you done now. Well, that was easy. That wasn't really an interesting fight, but that's how it was. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah, bring it on, bitch! Bang! Bang! Ah, fuck. What? Fuck. Shit! What the fuck? No! Oh, fuck your mom! Boom! That's what I'm talking about. You see the accuracy, fam? What? Fuck you going, bitch? What? There's another one. Sit the fuck down. Wait, what? How many are these guys? Hey, chill out, man. Leave me alone for a bit. Where the fuck is he running to? There he fucking is. Among his brethren. Bang! Fuck you gotta do with me? Your shit! Die, bitch.
I have your visual. We're in the truck. Open up those gates. Hurry.
Hey, relax, fam. I'm doing it.
Control 2
What?
not activated in time. Operation
Find the
canceled.
controls to the gates. Hurry, soldier.
Such a mouth blood. And boom, done. Fucking happy now, you prick.
Opening.
Well done.
Oh, fuck off. The fuck? Oh no, it's back. That flying thing is back again. This one is long to take down. God please give me fortitude. Whee! Oh, that one hit it. This is gonna be your ends. Is it done? Haha, choppers go boom boom.
That and keep coming. Soldier, find some explosives and blow the gate.
Fucking what? Now you want me to find a bomb to blow some motherfucking gate? Why can't you ask one of your ass lickers to do that? Why is it always me? You trying to be my boss, you fucking waste man. Better some of your face now, you push you.
Let's go, move it.
That thing looks like the Nah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Shit, drop jet's not even on the set. Daniels, we're gonna have to lower it down on the train ourselves. Okay, cover me. Wait, get back here! Intruder, turn it on!
Finish him! Fatality.
Clear of the tunnel area.
Time to put that suit to use. See if you can get past the tunnel and shut down the wind turbine. Go! Hurry!
I hate these people. No! Now I got sucked off with the fun as well. Yeah, I know what's gonna happen. Yep. So how am I? Whoa! So how am I gonna walk through it if stopping the time wasn't enough? Same thing as I do the... No, hang on. Somehow reversing the time machine less energy than stop. Ah, shit! I fucked it! See? I've made it to the other side. What happened if I slow down the time? No, okay, it doesn't work. No, not this again. What should I do? Reverse the thing. Didn't expect me to do this, did you? Stupid bitch. Done. I've blocked the funds.
Well done. We're coming in, but we need
Wait, hold up.
the transport, so
Sorry, there was some flashes bugging me. What was that?
hurry, get that jet loaded. We're not going anywhere without it.
Alright, I'm on my way. Fucking dickhead.
Attention, dropjet loading. Please stay clear of loading area.
Great job. Now, open the hangar doors. The control room is on the first level.
Whenever I see him, I swear to God, I'll repeatedly be smashing his head onto the fucking ground. Fuck does he think he is? Acting like a boss.
What's the problem? Get down to ground level and open the hangar doors.
Alright, listen, you need to chill, bruv. Don't fucking talk or sound to me like that again. Man's out here not meant to be your pawn. You know what I'm saying, bruv?
We got through that in one piece, but we're not in the clear yet. Yes, sir. Let's go get ourselves a Zap.
Wait, so what's the purpose of that jet?
Alert. Stand clear of loading area. Hangar doors opening for dropjet positioning.
Good job. We're coming in. We're on our way to the cockpit. Double time it to the control room. Release the anchors, and we can get the hell out of here.
Alright, Mandams are ready.
Guns ready.
Say what?
We're running out of time. Release the anchors. Release the anchors and get out of here.
Fuck off! There you fucking go! Fucking satisfied now, master! Shit, I was spitting everywhere. Oi, look at my man running. Wait, how can he run while he's on the scene? This is an abomination.
Alert. Fuel reserves low. Alert. Fuel reserves low.
Damn it, we can't make it to Alpha, not without more fuel. Intel shows a map
Wait, this is his voice.
close by, but it's buried in the cliffs. Get on the turrets.
Yeah, it's him. Ah, you look so much worse than I thought. You're looking fat and sick like a pig. I know you're the commander here, but that won't help me to fucking annihilate you. Ah, I was gonna do something to him. Fuck! Oh my god, no. Why am I doing this again? Oh yeah, I'm in the Zep now, that's why. The weapon looks different though.
Kilos straight ahead.
But still, this is a long thing to do. Fucking hell, this is really bitch of the day. Everything's fucked up. No, that fat bitch want me to. Oh my fucking god! You said you want some fucking fuel. I'll fucking search that only for you, lazy fuck cunt. I'm a fencing motherfuckers.
Explosive materials detected in proximity.
What the? No, reverse that. You trying to set me up with explosion, I see. What the hell? Ah, it's done now. Okay. I'm also need some refill for myself. And I'll exchange that. Oh great. All the time. What? The grenade disappeared. What the fuck is this game? Fucking hate it with a burning passion. Fuck you not gonna do to me? You want fucking some of this? Huh? Scream to me! Ah! You fucking retard!
Alert.
Why are they still here? Just to suffer? Oh, go on, finish me. Fucking Muppet.
Okay, back to the Zep. Hustle!
Who did that? Alright, everything's done here. What's next? Look at that fat son of a bitch.
We're approaching the district perimeter. Double time it down to the drop jet. I'm dropping you right on Crone's doorstep. My squad will contact you on the ground once we've secured position. Good luck.
Wait, hold on. Is that how I'm dropping down from the Zep? Am I not gonna... Oh, I don't care anymore. Oh, damn. What am I looking at now?
What are you not telling me?
What? What the fuck just happened? Did I just... Yep, my man just crashed. My man can't fly the plane, apparently. This place seems familiar to me. Feels like I've been here. I've said it like a couple of times, but... Wait, I remember this place. This is where I first started. Why did I return here?
Central Intelligence Network. Crone's still in the district, but he's moving fast. And if we're going to stop that Sentinel, you've got to get to higher ground. It is concealed within a huge Sentinel.
I found my weapons. Wait, how?
The magistrate.
Oh my god, my ears! You fucking spastic.
Please, join.
What's wrong with these guys? Suddenly they all turn into a retard being.
Uprising. Put it down! Air reinforcements and the remaining weapons.
Holy moly, you fucking slut! Whoa, what is that? Are you fucking serious? Classic. There are lots of this kind of weapons that spread around here. Don't piss me off, you pussy. What? Are you joking? You mean that giant monstrosity over there? Alright, I'll try my best. This isn't working. What the? Oi, piss off. Why is everything not working? Is it working or not? I can't really tell. I swear I've looted this weapon from here. Okay, I just snatched this thing from here like seconds ago, and now suddenly pops up more. This must never happen before. What happened? It's spraying out rockets. I just have to walk sideways when this happens. Or you just like the other early games. Hey big man, you've done your thing there. Alright, then I'll continue destroying you. That's the two. Here comes the rockets.
Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Doing this thing is actually easy. I just have to shoot that thing over there. But it's just boring. I need to get a new gun when this runs out. I need to dodge in these electric balls and that. It's long.
Join.
What? I've done it. Oh yeah, I forgot about the rockets. Ah, fuck. Here I am once again. Oh, you piece of shit! Yeah, you've done it! Oh, didn't I? That thing's still moving though. But the objective point is already moved. I'm just gonna leave it at that and moving on. I'm really sure I've done it. But why is it still moving? What's wrong with me? Oh, there's a lot of people out here. I'ma give my team a little help. Yep, I was right. That thing is still alive. It makes sense because I just shut down this weaponry. Oh, there's this weapon case here. Alright, that's a good thing. What am I supposed to do now? Oh wait, so I have to sock its pulls. Yeah. Bitch, how's your boss doing now?
I don't feel so good.
I have the unlimited power. You're getting socked to the death, boy. Oh shit. Get wrecked, motherfucker. It is total. If that thing somehow still moving, then I don't know what to do anymore. Ah, okay. It is done for real now. Who the fuck is that? Fuck is that thing on his back there? Oh, what am I gonna do to him? He's looking at illegal nonce. Oh. Rah. Oh my god. Yo, I'm moving mad. What did I just pick?
Soldier, whoever you are, thanks.
Oh, shut up. And that is how it ends. Quite unexpected, isn't it? Nah, I'm just kidding. I do know when the game has reached the final part. It was when I came back to the first stage. That's also when I finished recording the first video. Then the next day I'm recording the second video. A few moments later, the game is done. Also there's a few more stages that needs to be completed before the game ends. But, as I said before, it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. This video took a month to upload because of budget. That's all I have to say about it. I don't know what game I'll be playing next. Definitely gonna be a casual type games. Can't be asked to play an action games anymore. I can't speak loudly or scream like I'm used to. Otherwise I'll be banished. And I'll make sure that I'm not gonna play a mobile games. What else? Thoughts on the game? I'll say the game is good. Although there's a lot of things that doesn't add up, and also there's a lot of things that I hate in it. But still, it's a good game. 6 out of 10. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. I've talked too much shit right now. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know when.